Hello and welcome back to all of my viewers. I am going to be discussing what I believe to be a very important topic in this day and age. The topic comes as a result of a question that was submitted to us. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give only the first name. The viewer's name is Linda. And her question is not just a question. There is a difference of opinion that Linda has with how we deal with the subject of voting. And so I'm going to actually read here what Linda sent to me. And from there, I will go ahead and say what I have to say. As a matter of fact, I probably will be addressing various topics in this way because we get questions all the time and we don't always get a chance to respond to them. And so sometimes it's better or quicker in case many other people have the same question or concern. If we do a video, then we could kind of answer it so that many could get the answer in case you are feeling the same way Linda is feeling. And so here is the question. It's kind of like a statement and a question all in one. And she says, when you don't vote, you are voting for Trump and anyone else doesn't stand halfway. I'm just reading what I see here. For you need come now. Okay, I'm sorry. That's what I'm looking at. So some people have the voice recorded thing. And so it's probably throwing off the speech a little bit. But I understand what the question is here. It says, so who you going to vote for in order to get where you need to be? We need to have something going on for the black other than talking SHIT. That's what she said here. Many black have lost their lives for our right to vote. Use your platform to help. I'm disappointed, to say the least. So first of all, Linda is disappointed tonight because we are not using our platform, Watchman and I. We are not using our platform to inform people about voting. And so she's disappointed. So this is what I got to say about that to Linda and anyone else who feels this way. First of all, we are not talking SHIT when we are dealing with political subjects, okay? Yes, there were people who died for the right to vote. And while I do respect a lot of what our ancestors did, and those who came before us, I do respect a lot of their efforts to try to be recognized in this world. I do disagree with much of what they tried to do. Okay, it is what it is, though. I have no disrespect for them, but let me shed a few points on this issue, Linda, and those who feel like Linda is right in what she's saying. Now, I understand in reality, things are one way, but in our minds, things are another way. In our minds, we believe that if we get out and vote, that we can vote our way out of persecution. We think that if we get out and vote, that we can change our situation. And that is far from the truth. So when I look at our ancestors, those who were, let me give you a good example. You had those who would go to a restaurant and they would literally sit there. It was like a sit-in. I think they called it a sit-in. They would sit there and they would say, we're going to sit here until you serve us. Now, these people were spitting on them. They actually have photographs of some of the activities. Some people were filming, or should I say photographing, not filming, but they were photographing as this stuff was happening. And you would see these black people sitting at the lunch counter. The white people that are working there refusing to serve them, some of them spitting on them, hitting them upside the head like boom, and they're just sitting there like, I'm going to sit here and you're going to serve me. Now, you all, people like Linda, think that they were standing up for rights. Okay, so let me get this straight. These people who work at this place, they don't want you there. They don't want to serve you. They don't care about your money, any of that. But you are going to sit there and wait for them to serve you. So you're telling this person who can't stand you that I want you to go back there and make me a sandwich. Go back there and make me a drink. Or go back there and make me a cup of tea or whatever. You want this person to cook for you and serve you. So explain to me, what right was that they were standing up for? That was foolishness to me. Because frankly, how can we trust people who can't stand us to prepare our food? Okay, so this whole thing with voting, I get where you're coming from, because we were sold a dream, which turned out to be a nightmare. But if you, as a so-called black person, think that you can vote your way out of this situation. Now, let me go back to the statement that was made here. Now, this woman who says that we are talking SHIT, okay, let me see this here. You said when you don't vote, you are voting for Trump. And so what was my other choice? Hillary Clinton? Hillary Clinton. Exactly what do you, Linda, and others who think like you, exactly what do you think Hillary Clinton was going to do for black people? Or did you not know that she can't stand you either? I am one of those who don't believe in voting for the lesser of two evils. I'd rather not even put my name in the ballot anywhere to say that I endorse any of these people. Because I already know, regardless to who is in office, just like so many of you like to point out, Obama didn't do anything for black people. As if you thought he was supposed to. You see, this country is being ran the way all of this is by design. There is nothing happening that people are not fully aware of. Obama, he wasn't a black president. First of all, he was mixed. That's one thing. Second of all, he wasn't the president for black people. He was the president for the United States of America. And so anyone who had all of these high hopes that he was going to get in and do a clean sweep of everything that was broken for the black community, and all of a sudden everything is going to be better, if that's what you thought, then you set your own self up for a fall. Because anytime you think that in a country that we've been in for 400 years and have been under the same conditions and they keep getting worse. Now, some of you say, well, things were worse back then. Well, see, the difference is we knew where we stood back then. Right now, in today's time, you'll have someone who has a lot of money, like Bill Cosby. Not only will they sink him, but if you remember his son, remember how his son was killed? Don't think for one moment that that was a random thing. Okay? All of this stuff is known, and everyone who's pulling the strings to all of this, they know exactly what is happening and who is doing what and what is going to affect whom. You see? And so when we get people who say things like this, sometimes you chuckle at it. You say, okay, so you really think that the only other choice other than Trump being Hillary Clinton, you really think that she was going to be a better option for black people? What exactly do you think this woman who was a big fan of Margaret Sanger, okay, what do you think she was going to do for us? Hillary Clinton could care less about you, your children, your family, your life. She thinks that your children, your sons, are super predators. And so if you think, see, this is what happens when our people, let me say this real quick. Our people don't understand things the way they need to be understood. This is why they always say things and are always coming at each other. So we are coming at each other because we have a different opinion. It's okay if you feel that you need to vote. But if I don't want to use my platform to say, get out and vote, then it is not your place to tell me that I should do this with my platform or with my husband's platform, because I will not encourage my people to go out here and vote for any of these people, because none of them have any plans on doing anything for my people. Now, I've stated before that on a local level, I can see it, okay? But when it comes to not voting for Trump, and then we get whoever we get in office, when it comes to the presidential votes, I do not endorse anyone. Contrary to popular belief among some so-called white people, my husband had a white Christian friend many years ago who assumed that just because Barack Obama was the color that he was, in which he is mixed, he is not black, he assumed that we were running out to cast our vote for Obama. And we had to inform him, because he was upset at us at the mere thought of us voting for Obama. And my husband had to say, no, I'm not voting for Obama. I'm not voting for anyone. So you got that all wrong. Needless to say, that relationship dissolved quickly. Understand? Because there is a mindset that they have as well, you see. But this mindset that our people have, who want to come at you and say that you are talking stuff because you are not in support of who they think should have been president, or what we should be doing as a people, and especially those who have a platform to where you're reaching a number of people. As a matter of fact, in my opinion, our platform is very small, both my husband and mine. Now, to someone who has fewer subscribers, you might consider our platform to be big, but we don't consider our platforms to be big at all. And that is not the issue. Even if we only had 2,000 subscribers, I wouldn't tell the 2,000 that they need to go and vote for the lesser of two evils. You see? But what I will encourage my people to do is redirect, meaning change course, go in another direction. Okay? In other words, what can we do to help ourselves? Because there is nothing these people are going to do to help us, right? Now, when I say that, I'm talking about on a large scale. Now, individually, you might have someone from another racial group who'll say, well, you know what, I'm going to be a blessing to this person or that person or this group. That's on a small scale, but on a large scale, something that's going to affect all of us and our lifestyle and the way we live and all of that, you're not going to vote your way into that, okay? So, Linda, you said you're disappointed, to say the least. Hey, you have a right to feel that way, but it doesn't affect the way we're going to use our platform. Okay? It's not going to affect that at all. And so your disappointment in us not encouraging our people to vote, that is your disappointment. But that's where it stops right there. It stops with you. So what I would encourage you to do, Linda, and those who feel the same way that you do, and I say this in love, okay? What I would encourage you to do is establish a channel of your own, okay? And if that is the message that you want to put out there to Black people, to tell them that they need to vote, then that is what you do. And with that, I will say, shalom. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and subscribe.